en las carreras de Indianapolis, Brno, Silverstone, esas tres carreras
in the races across Indianapolis, Brno, Silverstone, those three in a row, I knew Danny and Jorge would be back at 100% and they would try to win those three races.
Carreras y bueno, pude ganar dos de ellas, ¿no? Y la otra
but, you know, in the end I was able to win two of those and was second in the other one.
And
I think really that's when I began to realise that I could be fighting for the World Championship until the very end.
Y de ganas, pues podía luchar hasta la última carrera para el Mundial. Creo que fue un lance de carrera.
I think it was a racing incident, a very unlucky one that I felt was very bad because at the end of the day, of course, he is my teammate.
Decisión que era irme yo solo recto.
But you know, I thought it was best to go straight on and not to try and get on the inside of him at the corner. Otherwise, I knew it could be too risky for both of us and that we could both end up going down. So yeah, I was very close to him, but you know, it didn't even look like I touched him. But unfortunately, I just hit the traction control cable and it was very, very unlucky and a real racing incident, that one. So of course, I don't want to repeat it again. I was sorry because he is my teammate.
Tenía muy claro y iba muy mentalizado en el triplete de acabar carrera.
For the triple header, I was convinced and just focused that across those three races I needed to finish, get podiums, and just most importantly make sure I was finishing races to get the championship there.
De todo y pasó en Australia, ¿no?
But then again, in a World Championship, as in any other sport really, anything can happen. And then of course, we did see that in Australia. Anything did happen. It was a misunderstanding. The team thought that I could pit in between laps 10 and 11, including lap 11. But there was a big confusion, and in the end I was penalised with the black flag, which was very hard for us to accept.
También hubo la penalización de la bandera negra, que también, pues bueno, fue bastante dura. Cuando hay algún fallo mecánico o por lo que sea.
Whenever there's a mechanical failure or a mistake like the one in Australia, you have to just keep the team together with the same mentality and the same goals.
Dio ánimos fui yo, ¿no? Como ellos me los dan cuando cometo algún error, alguna caída en carrera.
Really, after that, I was the first one to cheer them up and just comfort them as they comfort me when I make mistakes or crash.
Y que no me viesen enfadado, ¿no? Porque a ellos ya les supo.
You don't want anyone to be angry. I just tried to make them feel calm and not show any anger.
No pasa nada. Esto pasa.
I knew they were very sorry. They apologized about it many times. Well, thousands of times actually, and I just kept repeating, it's all right, it's an experience, it won't happen again, let's just focus on Japan. So I sort of just held the gang together. And then in Japan and Valencia, we were all more concentrated than ever. Media expectation, the press, the fans, you can feel there's sort of tension out there, but I managed to be as focused as ever. And probably, to be honest, I had one of the most solid weekends of my entire year. It's true that Jorge's had the experience and tried to put some pressure on me both on and off the track, but I was able to stay calm and rise above it all. The only thing Emilio said to me is that a championship is more important than a single victory. On top of that, he said I'd already had enough experience to decide what to do depending on how the race goes. And as we saw, the strategy of Jorge was to slow the pace down. Clearly, I already knew I would not get into any battle there. I just wanted to finish on the podium.
Y que yo quería acabar la carrera en el podio y ya está.
The new world champion in MotoGP in 2030 is the rookie Marc Marquez. He's done it, 20 years old, the youngest ever winner in the Premier class.
Fue muy bonito, ¿no? Alguna lágrima se me escapó debajo del casco.
It was very nice. Obviously, a few tears were flowing underneath the helmet visor, but the most important thing is when you get back to your fan club and just see the joy from all of those people. Obviously as well, Parc Ferme, when you see all of the mechanics almost in tears as well. It's a real feeling, a real sensation, very, very emotional. We've seen Jorge on an extremely high level. He never ever gives up, and that's very important. Both he and I had a really, really good season, and we both deserve the championship.